Okay, I've got a stream back. We'll go to the old chat. Just popping in the old chat, new stream. Let's find it. Is it there? Chat up. Okay, you can see. Okay, that's good. I'm just trying to get up the stream chat in my separate tab like I usually do. But we're back. I have no idea what happened or why it happened. I had to stop streaming, close it, and then open it back up again. But we're back. So sorry about that. I randomly got a pop-up saying encoder error. And I tried doing a quick search and it was like, reboot the drive. And I was like, I don't know what that means. I'm not tech savvy enough to know what that means. That was sad. We see and hear you. Yes, that's good. You're back on. You're live and sound is on. Perfect. Back at the old wallpaper. Almost there, Dashley. Almost there. Let me just get my chat doc back. Apply. There we go. Ooh. Oh dear. There we go. All good. All good. We are back. We are back. Right, what were we talking about before? Halloween page. Yes. Right, I need a snowy. Do I use a computer camera or what is your streaming setup? So I'll use OBS and then I use my phone as a webcam, which is an app that connects to my laptop and I can stream through here, as I found the quality is much better than streaming directly from my phone. But yeah, right. Oh, that was stressful. I was just like, I don't know what to do to fix it. But we were talking about Halloween and the Halloween page, and yes, I can pop a poll up. I have a few buddy colours, Halloween buddy colours planned. A couple in the talking. Oh, my voice has gone now. The Tokimeku series of colouring books. I've got a couple planned in them. One in the polar bear book and one in the what's the other one? Oh, the what is the other one? I'm having a mind blank. The Journey Through Fairy Tales book. Got there eventually, but they are both buddy colours with people, so those would be good options. I think it'd be fun to put a few page options for you guys to vote on. Yeah, I might try doing 2 Halloween pages on stream. We'll see what you guys think. I was telling us who else did our tag. Yes, so the other person who did the tag was, oh, I've lost it now. It was Heidi Hornsby 6069. Now hopefully that didn't mess up the stream again. No, it's all good. Wasn't the curse of checking the YouTube. Yeah, I don't know why it did that. It just said an encoder error has happened and it had stopped streaming. So I tried stopping it and then starting a new one, and that didn't work, and I just had to close and reopen OBS, and then that seemed to work. Yeah, Yeah, technology isn't always on the side. Isn't always on our side, I should say. Works when it wants to and then gives up when it feels like. Yeah, I was trying to do a quick Google and I was like, I can't find anything quickly. Just try turning it off and on again. That tends to work. Right. Background looks great, thank you. One lady asked about whether you put a vote up to choose your Halloween stream page. Yes, I will for sure do that. It's always fun. I will put a bunch of just Halloween themed pages and see which one will win. Maybe even do the top 2. For some reason, and someone please explain this to me, why are my polls always so close? Seems to be majority of the time I put up a poll, votes are like 22%, 24%, 19% and 20%, like really, really close. Do I just pick good options for polls where everyone likes all the options? Like, it's nice when you have one clear winner. It's like, okay, the definite majority of people wanted to see this one. But seems to be quite evenly split, the votes, when I seem to do my polls, which I find funny. And every now and then I have a pretty clear winner. But if you go back on my YouTube posts and look down at my previous polls, a lot of them are really close. And often I will put a poll out, check it one day and one's winning, check it the next day and another one's winning. Say, okay, I'm doing this one because it won, and then I check it and it's like, oh, it's not winning anymore. Just how my polls go. The one we do from Gail Lottier with all the pumpkins, yeah, that'd be a great option. Not necessarily Halloween-y themed though, more just autumn themed. I think that might be one that I want to just take my time with off camera and colour that one because it's quite detailed. Reboot is often the answer to IT issues. Yep, I know. My dad is an IT technician, so from him, turn it off and on again does tend to work a lot of things out. And it's when that doesn't work and you're just like, oh, do. Hi Sarah, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Does give autumn vibes, love it. Yeah, it's a great double-faced red. Amanda's on about I got it in my recent Lyrica haul, the Jardin à l'Anglaise, the English Gardens colouring book by Gail Lottier. Has some amazing autumn theme pages and I was really wanting to colour in it and she reached out for a buddy colour. So we are doing one with all of the pumpkins. I think this year I might do the how many pumpkins tag at the end of November. So then we have all my pages from this year because I do plan on colouring quite a few. Going through my colour by numbers today, I realised how many fun pumpkin themed colour by number pages there are. Well, that was a long video. I didn't expect it to be over an hour long, but that's how it ended up being. Because I like to I know a lot of people have said that they've used the rank and rates to help them decide which books to get. So with these colour by numbers, the Disney ones, I was wanting to make sure that I had flipped through all of the solutions so you got a really good idea of what pages came in each book. So if you're using it to decide which one to get, you could use that video as a good resource. Then obviously going over all my faves. It was really hard to rank them because I just love them all. But Again, I know colour by numbers aren't for everyone. Not sure how well that one will do, but I have had quite a few people ask for the Disney colour by numbers. Right, read comments again now. Oh, good evening, Kaz. Welcome in. Lovely to see you join us. Amanda's got to go. You have to get up early tomorrow. Have a good night's sleep, Amanda. Thanks for joining here tonight. And I've just realised we are onto the last stripe of the background. Woohoo! It only took me an hour and 10 minutes. Which, when you put it like that, is kind of insane. It took me an hour and 10 minutes to colour this whole background. But sometimes that's what it takes. I mean, we had technical issues, we had book flip throughs and talking about pencil sets and all sorts of fun things that get me distracted. But I think that's the fun thing about live streams, getting distracted. I think this might be a basing stream though, and I do pencil shading on the next one. But I want to keep these smaller stripes white, and I think I'm gonna go over the black lines in between with a gold signo, because I think that will be cute, and it will also cover up some of the bleed through of the lines. It's not necessarily my colouring, it's just the alcohol markers on cheaper, thinner paper bleed over the lines. Yeah, just checking. Oh, I've missed some bits here in between the mushrooms. To be fair, you were talking most of the time. Yeah, I was. I also realised at the start of the stream today that I forgot to get a drink again. So I may pause to go grab myself a drink at some point. My voice was hurting after recording for over an hour earlier today for the colour by number rank and rate. Alright, I think that is everything. Probably isn't. So I'm just checking these mushroom clumps, see if there's any bits. Oh, yep, I've spotted a bit here. There we go. Go pause, we will be here. Yeah, I might do that now actually. Take a snow for the road. I'm just going to pop you on a be back soon screen and I will grab myself a drink. So be back in just a minute. And I'm back. I'm not getting a cider tonight. It's a working day, although I don't have to be up early. I've just got myself a cup of squash, as I usually do. Oh, now I'm out of breath because I ran. Hi Chrissy at Wilcox Mama, welcome in. Joined us as a good time as you missed all of my technical issues just now. Yeah, safe care break. Yes, good question. Zoe and Vera, both on the same wavelength. What's everyone colouring? You know what? I was thinking that as well because I went to the toilet as I got myself a drink. Thought, why not? And I was sat there going, I haven't asked what people are colouring tonight. Got so distracted with other bits. Ooh. Chrissy is working in Hannah Carlson's space. That's really fun. I've seen lots of people working in that book this last month. Zoe's working on a buddy colour with Ashley, me and Amy in Moko. So Moko is the name of the artist. It is the Cat General Store and Magic Key colouring book by Moko. And this is the page Zoe's on about, which I think I showed this yesterday. And you know what? Now I'm looking at it today, I don't hate this colour of the brooms as much as I did yesterday. When I finished it, I thought it looked ugly. I thought it looked like baby poop. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's okay actually. I think I can live with it. We move on. Life's too short to be worried about weird coloured brooms. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what colours to go with all the little elements. I kind of coloured all the big things that I knew what I wanted them to be coloured like, and now I'm not sure. But that is a page that I need to get my butt working on soon. Oh, I don't think I've said hello to Holly. You've been lurking in chat. Hello Holly at Saturn. You're working in Mythographic Fantasy Forest. Lovely. Love that book. Okay, the Japanese cat book. Space the Kids one, yeah. Yana is planning a page in Rita's summer to fulfill Angela and Shannon's prompts. Lovely. Oh, did anyone see today? Wendy from Jazzy Doodle Designs has done like a prompt thing. I don't know what you call it. It's like a prompt ring. I will see if I can find it. Oh, no, I can't. YouTube. But it's like a load of prompts for like different illustrators, and it's a really cool looking resource. I saw it pop up and I was like, oh, that sounds very similar to what I want to create. But then I looked at it and actually what she's created is quite different from the idea that I've got in my head. And I might send her a message before I create my own thing. It's called a prompt deck. Let me share the link in chat just so you guys can have a look if you're interested. Yeah, it's called a prompt deck. She's got illustrators, ideas, pencils, mediums, colour palette choices, like different ways to inspire you when colouring. It's on your watch list, yeah. It seems really cool. You've been lurking? No worries, Holly, don't worry. Don't apologise for lurking. I was just like, oh, I haven't said hello to you. So yeah, that seems really cool. What I want to do is just like a list of prompts that you can print out and pick out randomly. You can put them on a randomizer wheel, just a list of a bunch of prompts. And I was thinking about tonight actually, I may even create that on stream so you guys can suggest prompts to me too. I think that could be fun, doing a non-colouring stream. Laura is practicing with your Faber-Castell classic pencils in Small Victories. You'll be travelling for work for 6 weeks later this year and don't want to take an expensive set with me. That is a perfect like little set of pencils to take with a little book, perfect for travelling, and it'll be great to just colour a little bit here and there in Small Victories as and when you have the time. So that's a great book to take with you, Laura. Rachel's working in Vitro Tone 2. Is that the big hardcover one or the colour by number, Rachel? Sarah's doing a printout colouring page from Sentient Beings Art. Lovely. Anastasia's stuck on the same page in Kingdom of Forest. Vera really wants to do a Japanese book order, but we just bought a house, so I try not to. Haha. Yeah, it is a big expense for me. When I do them, I kind of do it with my YouTube monetization, the money I get from my ad revenue, and justify it that way, because it is expensive. So that's a good kind of goal to have for yourself, Vera, for when you get your monetization, you can splurge on Amazon Japan. Kaz is colouring Doodle Invasion, a very old book from Kirby Rosanis, thanks to Vera. That's really fun. It's a really cute book, that. Yeah, a book ring with a bunch of prompts on it. It's on your watch list. Yeah, I watched about 5 minutes of it and then had to get ready for stream. Yeah. Thanks for watch later. Started to listen to audiobooks as I colour, as I never enjoy it a lot. I listened to an audiobook, it was a couple of months ago. I listened to Sunrise on the Reaping, the new Hunger Games prequel, and I really enjoyed listening to it. And I've got 3 months free Audible. I've used 1 credit. I've just spent another one on the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and then I'll have a third, and then I'll cancel it because I don't want to pay. It was a free with my Amazon Prime. Yeah. You're making a prompt list as well for one of my ideas, but will be different. Ooh, I mean, the more prompt inspiration ideas, the better, I say, in the colouring community. You can never have too much inspiration. In fact, you can. Actually, that's wrong. I have too much inspiration. I don't have enough time. I love the Faber-Castell Classic pencils. They were my first ever set. I'm not sure whether I'd take that book with me, though. Ah, fair enough, Laura. It is a good, handy little book to have. Vitro 2, colour by number, trying to complete my Wally page. Oh, yeah, yes. You were the one that was working in that the other night. Love that book. When you cancel, they'll offer you another 3 months for 99p, so you know. Ooh, if they do that, then I will accept that offer and then buy, or not buy, but get the other Hunger Games books so I can listen to them. Because I go through phases of being obsessed with things. There are a lot of free audiobooks on YouTube, and that is what I've been using. Nice. None of the free ones seem to appeal to me. I like the big series, which are always going to cost money. But for me, I find it kind of interesting how if you just use Audible for listening to these premium books and using your credits each month, it's cheaper to just buy a book a month than it is to have Audible as a subscription, unless you are, of course, using the free ones as well. But if you're just using it for the credits, just buy the individual credits. Yeah, some practicing to do. They're not bad, but they're not polys either, obviously. Yes, Laura, I have the Staedtler Design Journey pencils, which are really lovely pencils. They were gifted to me, but yeah, when you haven't used them in a while and go back to using them, but they are definitely an adjustment. So I think I'm going to do her dress pink, because I think that will be cute. And that's the next idea of a colour I want to do on this page. And then I might do some basing of the leaves. I'm going to do some of the leaves green and some of them an orangey brown. I'll do the green leaves to base first. Not sure what colour skin I'm going to give her yet. But I'll figure that out when I base the whole page, because I may even do it same colour as I've already got. There we go. Yeah, I've decided to use the Staedtler Design Journey pencils as a bit of a challenge in small victories, to use limited colour palettes and a limited set of pencils for me. And it's kind of reinvigorated my love for small victories, so I'm excited about that. I have different goals now for buying things. Waiting for my PIN code to set up my AdSense. Got a message. I got it in November 2020. Yeah, please send it again, but it takes 2 to 3 weeks. Oh, that's annoying. Why would they have sent it in 2020 when you were nowhere near being close to being able to monetize? Like, surely it would make sense to do it. Okay, you're about to be monetized, or okay, you can now monetize. Here's a PIN code. That's odd. They will. Oh, that's about the Audible. Yeah, I'll probably take them up on that offer. Alright, so I'm gonna do these leaves green, and then I think these kind of multiple pronged ones orangey. I think that will be cute. These more rounded leaves green. I just finished watching Station 19 today. It was a bit of an odd end to the series. I find that a lot though with programmes, that they clearly had ideas for future seasons that got cancelled, and so they just kind of have to suddenly wrap it up. Like, it didn't feel like I was on episode 9 and I was like, this doesn't feel like it's ending in the next episode, so I wonder how they're going to do it. Kind of flashed forward in their lives, which that was cute, but yeah, sort of search reviews online and it seems that everyone was a bit disappointed by it. But it is hard to end a series. I'm trying to think of ones that did a good job. Like, because Brooklyn Nine-Nine, when I watched that wasn't very good. A lot of things just go downhill when they end, and they're just not as good. Just seem to suddenly finish. Right. Just checking my stream's still working. Okay, yeah. I was just like, I haven't had any messages, and I was just like, sometimes my thing glitches out, like the chat, but it's all good. Let me just get rid of this one. There we go. It's my chat has just decided to be silly. So let's get a new one out. Pop out. There we go. I thought we crashed again. I had my arm so still, just resting it. Yeah, it's my end being silly. Hello. Oh, hi, Alexandria. Welcome in. Is anyone else excited for the new Derwent 72 set? I'm not sure where I'm going to order from. Yeah, we were talking about those pencils earlier on in the stream. And I personally haven't been waiting on them and excited for them, but I'm excited to hear what others think of them. It's going nicely. think I'll do this little cluster down here green as well, so then there's a nice balance on the page. The pencils should be good, but I'm mainly focused on getting the ink tents first. That's fair enough. I'm worried the set will be very expensive now in Derwent. Oh, I need to put my laptop on charge. I don't know how much the set is. The 72. Oh, no. 72 Derwent drawing. £175 on Cult pens. So yeah, quite expensive for just 72 pencils. Yeah, that is actually quite expensive, but that is a brand new set, and I'm sure the price will drop as they've been out for longer, sort of thing, as most pencil sets tend to. But that's the RRP, £175. Tell you what I think I'm obsessed with now, and that's the Neo Colour 2s. It's funny because I had these 3 colours just sat on my desk waiting for me to use them, and I just never did. I think if I swatched them out, I would have been inclined to use them because the swatches are lovely. I have it here. It's a very messy swatch sheet and just on the back of my invoice from Cult Pens. But the ones that I already had were light blue, ultramarine and night blue. So these 3 blues. They accidentally sent me royal blue, and it was meant to be indigo blue, which they have now sent me as a replacement. They said keep the royal blue though, we'll send you the new one, so they were great with that. It's a really nice range. This is not a set, this is one that I bought open stock because Cult Pens were having a 3 for 2 sale, so I took advantage of that and used the colour combos from My Colourful Country Live to pick out a nice range of colours based on her colour combos that I liked. So we have like an orangey reddy one, like a dark red with the burnt sienna crimson one, kind of peachy one, a purpley pinky one, blues, tealy green, and a more earthy green. So I've been really enjoying using them. BRB gets them to eat. I'm suddenly starving. No worries, Vera. I'm not sure what colour to do these things. I don't know what they are. And the nice thing about live streams is that you can tell me right here, rather than me seeming silly and going, what are these? They look like tomatoes, but why are they growing on a tree? And then I had a load of comments saying that they're persimmons, and I was like, okay. I'm just not familiar with the fruit, so I just didn't know it. But I appreciate being told. I was like, they apples, they weird strawberries. It was a page in the Desert Fox colouring book. I was like, why are there tomatoes on a tree? That makes no sense. But in my defence, they really do look like tomatoes. Let me show you. Where are they? They really do look like tomatoes. In my defence. They're the exact same colour and got the same kind of top on it, and I was just like, why are they growing on a tree? But yeah, everyone corrected me. So yeah, what are these things? Hi Michelle, welcome. Neo colours water soluble. Yes, the Neo coloured 2s, specifically the 2s. The 1s aren't, those are just oil pastels. The Neo coloured 2s are water soluble. Yes, welcome in Michelle. Zoe forgot to BRB, but she's back from the BRBing. That's okay, Zoe. I do that all the time where I'll just leave for 5 minutes and hope that no one mentions my name. I'm sure they'll say it again if they need to be. As often it is literally just for like a minute. They just look like berries to me. Let me hold it up a little bit closer because they've got a bit of like a texture to them. These things here. Are they like berries, little crab apples? Any ideas? These up here look like blueberries. Oh, you can't see. Those look like blueberries. So I don't know, are these just a different angle of the blueberries? I'm not sure. And if I'm in doubt, I leave it to the end and then work it out later. Those berries are also in the background. Yeah, like these ones match those, but these ones don't necessarily match any of them. So I don't know. I'm tempted with this background to keep, because it's a wallpaper, to just keep it flat colour. I think that would work nice as a contrast with the central image and make that really pop. So this does fade into the background kind of thing. I think that could be a fun idea. We'll just do like a touch of shading with the alcohol marker. I think they're all bloobs. But just the underside. Yeah, as I held them up to camera, I was like, okay, actually, this little tufty bit here looks like this. It's just kind of angled differently, or they haven't opened fully yet. Maybe flower buds? Yeah, the leaves are different. That was the other thing. But these could be different leaves. There's also a random line going down there that will colour in green. But I'm like, if in doubt, just leave it to the end and figure it out later. Right, I think I'll do some of these stalks of the mushrooms because that'll be easy. Vera's back, made a sandwich. Lovely. What's in your sandwich? Oh, I forgot to say, this is E280 and the leaves were G240. And I will put them in the description at the end of the video, like I often do. Once the live stream is finished, I will quickly go in there and type whatever colours I've used. I don't know if it exists outside the Netherlands, but it's some kind of meat, but vegan in my case. Fair enough. Berries are like mistletoe berries. You thought that too? Yeah, I don't know. Could always take a picture and send it to AI and be like, what is this? I sometimes do that with a page now. I'll be like, what is this? But it's not always the best. And I'll kind of go back and be like, are you sure? Are you sure it's not a this instead? And it goes, oh yes, my mistake. This E280 is on its last legs. I do need to repurchase some more Ohuhu pens, markers. I want to get the 96 pastel set because a lot of my markers that have run out are from that. I find it annoying how Ohuhus have all these open stock markers, but almost every single one that I have run out of are out of stock. And it's like, what's the point of having open stock markers if they're never in stock? And it's not like they're out for just a little while, it's they're out and they're gone and they don't seem to be stocking them anytime soon. It's just really frustrating. Right, looking at the page now. Ow. I think I want to do some of this red squirrel. And I'm making it a red squirrel. I want to get a reference photo just up on my screen. Just because it has some like light patches on it. Yeah, its chest. I'm going to do its chest this E280 colour. And bring it up to its mouth area as well, just go over the nose. Yes. Oh, it's so cute already. And the inner ears are darker. I'll do the hands lighter. Yeah, why not? I say hands, they're feet. Have you checked the open stock at Michael's, see if they have those colours? I'm in the UK and we don't have Michael's, unfortunately, so cannot check that because it doesn't exist here. Right, what was the colour I was going to use for the squirrel? Was this one, the more kind of orangey tone one, which is BR3. Something I find very odd about this marker is that the text is in white. And this is pretty similar in tone. It's a little bit darker. And that one's in black, but this one's in white. And it's the only marker in my set that is white on something that's not that dark. So it's really hard to read it. Yeah, just a random side note. Yeah, this is quite kind of orangey in its tone, but it's just a base colour. And then I'll add the shading with pencil. I decided to make him a red squirrel with these nice long ears. I've seen that people have been making Copic comparison charts so you can buy the Copic refill for your Ohuhu markers. I could do that, but I just refuse to pay Copic prices. No, they're way too expensive for what they are. And expensive for expensive sake. I know they're good quality, but I think Jazza did a video actually once saying that he rated Ohuhus more highly than the Copics. Like, they performed just as well, and considering their much lower price point, he recommended those. So sticking with him. Trust his opinion. Getting there. It's quite fiddly around these leaves here, which is why I've gone quiet because I'm concentrating. Tiny little gaps as well. Right, I think I've got it all. Bits around here I'm getting confused at, but I'll leave it for now. I need to see if my art shop, to see if they carry for me to replace pencils. Yeah, I moved away from Ohuhu because the refills are a problem. Yeah, it's like, what is the point of, like, they've listened to their consumers, they do the open stock, but they're not reliably in stock. And I understand that there was this big boom with alcohol markers and they struggled to get their stock back, but that big boom happened a year ago. A whole year ago. And you're telling me as a big company like Ohuhu, you can't sort out your manufacturing in a year. It's frustrating. It is frustrating. He did indeed. That was a great video. Love Jazza. Yeah, I've watched him for years, even way before I started colouring, when I was more into the artsy side of things. Yeah, I saw he made a colouring book and I was like, ooh, checked out his Kickstarter, saw the price and I was like, ooh. Like, and also his art style isn't necessarily the stuff that I like to colour. However, an art YouTuber that I do love, and it is coming out with a colouring book soon, is Bailey J. I don't know if any of you guys watch her. I know Paulina does, because I've seen you've got some of her sketchbooks. But I watched her vlog today and she was working on her colouring book and it looks so cute. It's just based off all of these old prints that she has, and I've been wanting to do my first Bailey J order soon, and I think I'm going to wait for this colouring book and wait to purchase it then, because I'd love to get an embroidered sweatshirt as well, and maybe even a notebook. I don't know, I'm excited. I love her art style, especially her newer art style. I really love it. Right, let's colour some of these mushroom tops now with this brownie colour, which is E110. I have a Ohuhu and a set of Timu and they work just the same. Do you have to be careful with alcohol markers, because another art YouTuber I watch, Ashley Monet, she showed a completed book of create this, and she bought some cheap alcohol markers, and it's not like something in a book is being exposed to a lot of sunlight which fades things over time with alcohol markers. It's been closed in a book and the colours have completely washed out. Like, really disappointing. I don't know what the brand was. It wasn't one I'd ever heard of. But yeah, it's just, oof, makes you scared of like buying cheap sets for a worry of it fading. Any recommendations for paper to print colouring pages on if you like mixed media? Not from me, Sarah. I don't really print colouring pages because my printer's not good. But open it up to chat if you recommend. I know a lot of people like the Nina cardstock. That seems to be a very popular paper for colourists to buy and print. Can you all order from Dick Blick? They have Copic refills for $4 to $6. All of the Ohuhu refills are about £5.50. $5.50, sorry. I don't know. I doubt Dick Blick, and if I could, it would be expensive. Shipping, let me just Google Dick Blick. Let's find out shipping. Shipping information. That's to states. Order shipped outside of them. No, it doesn't seem like they ship outside the US. Expedited, nope. No, it doesn't seem like it, unfortunately. doesn't even have an option to change the currency to your own currency, so it seems to just be America. Dick Blick. Import taxes too, yeah. Mine from Temu turn my pages before and after the page I do yellow. Yeah, that's the other issue you gotta worry about. Lots of people love Jazza. Yes, I've been waiting for that colouring book. Yeah, it sounds great. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And knowing Bailey, she is all about quality control. She really wants to create quality products, and if she's not happy with something, she won't sell it. She won't sell it for full price, and I really appreciate that about her. So I know that this colouring book is going to be really well created, and seeing her just outline some of her old artworks in the vlog today, I was like, oh, I can tell this is going to be good. She's really thinking about the colouring process as well and creating easy to colour line work, which is great. Love to hear that. I guess I need to put on clothes for work, shoes, get water bottle, drop trash off at the dumpster, and be all smiles for the next 4 hours. See you, catch you all next time. Have a good day at work, Yana. Hope it goes by quickly. So thanks for joining us tonight, or today for you. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend cheap alcohol markers. They ruined a lot of my books in the early days with all the yellowing. Yeah, I find the only alcohol marker that yellows is the black Ohuhu. Although my old black Ohuhu, because I was going through my Lonely Pumpkin the other day and I used the black old one, and by old one I mean the one that had the oval barrel. Ugh. This is my old set of Ohuhus, which still work, where they had the old numbering system, just numbers 1 through however many, 100, and the oval barrel, fine and broad. This was before they even had the brush tip option. But I got this, and I was looking through Lonely Pumpkin, and none of the black from like the pupils or the shading that I did on the dress had yellowed, whereas I found that with my black of this one, it's yellowed some of my pages in the 50 mythical miniatures book that I've done. Like, I've got yellow spots from the pupils of the eyes, whereas that one didn't. So it's a good one. Not that you can get it anymore. This is another marker that is threatening to run out on me, and I don't know if it's available in the pastel set. E110, I can check. Let's check in here. This comes with all your Ohuhu alcohol marker sets. The Honolulu E110. No, E090, E210, E280, which are some that I use a lot. Those do, but E110 doesn't. Does it come in the skin? Nope. The smallest set it comes in is the 216, so that's frustrating. And I don't know if this would be available open stock, but probably not, because it's a marker I need. Have you heard of the Swimming Owl? She has beautiful books I've been wanting to get. No, I haven't heard of. Is it on Amazon? Swimming Owl. 99 Owl. Yeah, so I only use the Temu markers on books that I don't really care about, lol. Fair enough, Rachel. You ruined a book with my black Ohuhu yellowing. Yeah, it's really annoying. And you kind of don't know until it's too late. Because you don't know until you put it in a book and you leave it a few months. And by that point, it's too late. I use the Faber-Castell Pip pen when it's black. Yeah, I tend to use a black Crayola Super Tip, although I fear that's going to run out soon. So I've kind of gone through some of my books and just coloured in all the pupils. Didn't know they yellowed, lol. Yeah, it's hard. Kimberly's just popping in to say hi. You've been busy with family visiting and home improvement. I haven't had a chance to hang out in or colour as much. No worries, Kimberly. Hope you had a good time with your family and hope the work in your house is going smoothly. You haven't noticed anything yet besides bleed through in my books. Hopefully that's okay then. She has a YouTube channel and sells on Etsy. Nice soothing voice. Who is that? Swimming Owl. I'll check them out. Swimming Owl. It's just come up with a load of YouTube videos of owls going for a swim. Let's try search colouring. There we go, the swimming owl. Oh, cute. Melanie. Ooh, right, I need to share my screen with you all because these are cute. These are cute. And I need to share. Look, you know I love my fruit. I love these fruit themed bookmarks. Whimsical Witches colouring book. And I love this mug that she has there. Really cute. Let's check out the shop. Shop all. Colouring book downloads. Charming Escape. Oh, these look really cute. Loads of bookmarks. Ooh, I'll need to send this to Amy at Amy Ward Art. She loves her bookmarks. And these are more to colour. You can all see it, yeah. I was just like, hang on, I'm just browsing here and I can't even see the screen. Yeah, you got bookmarks as well that she's created. Adventurous Alphabet ABC. I love an ABC themed colouring book. I want to see more details about this. It seems to be quite fairly priced as well. Oh, it doesn't have any preview images. But yeah, colouring book downloads. Seems very, very cute. Colouring books printed. What else does she have? It's formatted a bit weird. There we go. A Charming Escape colouring book. ABC. This Whimsical Witches looks lovely. Oh, this one has some previews. 30 unique images. Yeah, it looks really cute actually. Whimsical Woodland, Magical Merfolk, Cozy Cottagecore. I'll need to do some more investigating after stream. There you go for some people. It's a new illustrator. I'd never heard of her before, but yeah, she's got downloadable ones, printable ones. Seems really nice. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do these mushrooms, this brownie colour as well. Kanoko Egusa mushrooms are just so much fun to colour. I've coloured quite a few mushroom themed pages by Kanoko and just really taken my time with the mushrooms, playing with lots of different colours. I find the polychromos work really well for them. Not sure what pencils I'm going to use for this page yet though. I think the rest of these I might do this reddish colour. That'll look cute. Bye, going to get my son from school. See you later, Sarah. Thanks for joining. I was in the bathroom. What are we looking at? We were just looking at the colouring books by The Swimming Owl. If you want to look up yourself, you can. There's some really cute looking colouring books. Recommended to us by Chrissy, and has a YouTube channel as well, so I will be checking that out later as well. Oh, sorry, I got an itchy eye. There we go. Yeah, let's do this one, the reddish brown. I have no idea what colour to do this background. You know, when I have no idea, I just leave it. Although this, I do think it needs to have a colour, but I'll leave it to the end to decide. I think that mushroom would look good in this reddish brown too. Don't need details to go around here. Sorry, I'm concentrating. You can tell when I concentrate because I go quiet. There we go. She does cute and calm colour alongs on her channel and I fell instantly in love. I am looking forward to checking her out. Thanks for the recommendation. I'm kind of thinking this reddish brown colour for her hair, but I'm not sure. And if I'm not sure, I just leave it. I'm going to do some sort of orangey colour for the leaves, but not necessarily this one. BR3, maybe something different. Maybe E490. Grab that marker. Oh yeah, it's kind of a more orangey, yellowy, browny. I've just said a bunch of colours then. But I think that'll be good for the leaves. Nice additional colour in there. Yeah, that's a good one, I think. Autumn is my favourite season to colour in. I find colour palettes just come so easily because you can put any sort of orangey, browny, reddy tones together and it just creates the most beautiful colour palettes that seem to work really seamlessly and well. You could just carry on picking up colours. It looks nice and cohesive. There we go, do this one as well. Now, do you think I should do these the same orangey colour, the kind of curly leaves, or should I do them green? I'm not sure. And I've also got to think about what colours I'm doing for these. I'm thinking I will do them like blueberries. And then maybe these ones in the background, kind of like red currants. I think they're ferns. Yeah, I think these are ferns as well, but I've done them orange. Right, looking at them and I think it does need to match the colour. That's what I'm going with. Yeah, the leaves are the same shape. It's just a curvy leaf. Because if I do all these, see, I could do this cluster like blueberries, this a nice light blue, it's like little bluebell flowers, and I could do these red like red currants. I'm just thinking about it matching with things in the background here, because then I have the bluebells in the background, I've got the blueberries as well, and then these red currant looking ones. And so then we're keeping our colour palette nice and cohesive between the sections. Red would look good with it. Bud. Just bud. What about these ones? Yeah, I think I need a... Sometimes this colour shows up a bit more reddish, depending on the paper. Sometimes I just don't like the colours though. I don't like anything. The red's too red. I want it to be burgundy, but I don't want it to be super, super dark. Could always lean towards my water-based markers instead of the alcohol ones. I'll check my old swatch. See if any of these are good. No. This is my old set of 120 or 100 markers. The old set of Ohuhus. I don't know, maybe 15 or 11? Potentially. Let's grab them. Because I already got them out. Where did I put them? Where did I put them? I found them. They're on my other side. Kaz is going doggy walking. Good night all. And take a hue lighter than the reddish, brownish reddish colour. Yeah, the one lighter than that is BR3, which I've used for the squirrel. And that wouldn't be quite right. I think the small flowers are Lily of the Valley. Yeah, Lily of the Valley. Or bluebells. I tend to do these kind of flowers like this, either blue or purple. I just always do. I don't really like colouring white flowers like Lily of the Valley. Right, let's try 15 and let's try 11. See if I believe it. Oh gosh, no, that's way too red, I think. Yeah. Too red, I'm not sure. Let's leave them till the end. Let's leave them to the end. Let's find some nice blue colours, because that'll be easier for me. So I think for the flowers I can do B340 here. Or I could do I prefer these more purpley tones. Yeah, I could do B340 for flowers, and then B350 for the blueberries. And just so you got a lighter and a darker shade. I don't want the blueberries to be too dark. I'm colouring a neon elephant and you're like, oh no, this colour is not right. Well, it's not that it's not right, it's, although now it's dried, it doesn't look that intense. Actually, now it has dried, it looks a bit better, it looks a bit more cohesive. I just want it to work well with the colours I've already got. That's my problem. Yeah, I think those two colours work well. So I'm going to do B340 for these bluebell flowers. This is one of those pages that started out with a limited palette in mind and then kind of grew. But sometimes I think pages look almost more natural if the palette isn't that limited. Because not everything in nature is going to be matchy-matchy. I'm not sure. I'm going to do this one green. I've decided it's going to be green because the shape of the leaves matches this one. I did a Millie Marotta years ago in neon, so I want to match it, but it's a lot. Yeah, I don't really colour neon very often at all. And by very often, I don't think I've ever. Just, it's not for me. It's not for me. I don't like the bright neon colours. I like bright colours, but not neon. Okay, this looks alright for the blues. I can darken it up with some pencil shading. I really struggle with limited palettes. They always seem to grow into every colour under the sun, lol. I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh no, actually, what am I doing? This does look a bit crazy. But I think once it's all done, it will all turn out okay. It's like it is limited, it's browns. You got pink, you got a green, and just some blues, and a touch of red. Like, it is quite limited, just different variations of tones. I'm trusting the process because often things look a bit crazy to me, and then I do the pencil shading and it all works out in the end. I often will finish the basing and I'll go, what have I done? This looks awful. Then I'll actually base it and I'll be like, you know what? This isn't too bad. I need to not be so harsh on myself. I think I'm going to go for, I've forgotten which one was which, but this second one, I think I did it like that, 15. I'm going for 15, it's an old marker. Now I've got it out, I'm like, do I not? Yes, just do it. Sometimes I'll look back at pages and be like, I almost wish I added more colours into it. Because nature isn't matchy-matchy. Colouring pages can be matchy-matchy, but not everything uses the same shades. And what I try to do is just create balance in my colours. Like we had green leaves at the top here and green leaves down there, more orangey down there, and having the balance that way. And often I find with colouring, things are the colour you make it. Is it a red squirrel? Is it a grey squirrel? It doesn't matter. It depends on what colour you do it. Are these blueberries? Are these red currants? Depends what colour you make them. Like, these are now bluebells because I've done them blue. And they'd be something different if I coloured them a different colour. It depends how you colour it. Depends on what the object is. Every page seems to have an ugly phase. Exactly. You remind yourself it's only a guide anyway. Yeah, exactly. Like, I pulled out all these colour palettes and I was like, how do I combine these to make a cohesive palette? And I thought, I know the kind of vibe I want. I just wanted more colour ideas, like having this sagey green, the dusty pink. I thought, okay, so do I combine them like this? Or like, I'll often get palettes and I'll go, okay, right, I like these, but I don't like that green, but I like this green, so I'll cover that one up and combine them that way. And then I'll go, oh, I like this as well. And then I was like, I don't want to restrict myself. This is just inspiration. You can definitely see the inspiration with the palettes here in the page that I've gone for. But I just made it up myself for this one. And it turns out okay. Not saying your page is ugly though. No worries, Holly. I don't think it's ugly. I just like, ooh, a bit kind of, ooh, I don't know how it's going. Just got to trust the process. Trust the process. I'll leave you soon. Time for bed. I'll look for a bit, then disappear eventually. Take care. Have a lovely weekend. Good night, Laura. Have a lovely sleep. Right. Let's do these elements in the background. I think I will continue with the red. I mean red currants. Just because I want to see them dispersed throughout the page. And I'll probably make my decision of whether I want to shade with pencil on the background here, based on how it looks. Because if it looks a bit crazy, I might end up going in with pencils. The idea originally was to just have it be a nice flat colour for the wallpaper design. Find all the bits now. Oh, you can't even see that down there. I'm not quite sure what colour I'm going to do these little birds. Probably one of the browns that I've already used. I'll leave them till the end. And I think this border is going to be gold. So I think that will look nice. Right, that's all those berries. Let's do the blueberries now. I feel like most of my pages go through an ugly stage. I think everyone has that. Not necessarily ugly, but just kind of, ooh, what am I doing? Almost stage. The amount of times I base pages and I go, I hate how this is looking. Then it gets to the end and I'm like, okay, actually, with the pencil shading, it doesn't look bad. I think I'm just someone who needs that depth with the pencil shading to like and appreciate the page. Right, let's move that out of the way, do the bluebells next. Yes, gold is nice. I love me some gold Signo. And considering it took me an hour and 10 minutes to do just the pink in the background. I think I've done pretty well for the rest. It's taken me another, what, hour and 20 to do everything else so far. Probably, actually no, an hour and 10 because it was 22. So yeah, probably an hour and 20 by the time I get to finishing these bits in the background. Right, I will do the green for the leaves next. Hi Leandri, welcome in, lovely to see you. Doing lots of basing tonight. This is good because it means that in the next stream I should be able to do all the pencil shading in one go. And then it'll be nice having one stream where I did all the basing and one where I did all the pencil shading. So that would be good. Hi Maker, I hope I've pronounced your name correctly. If I haven't, do correct me. Welcome in, lovely to have you join us. Right, green is done apart from the grass. And hello Sophie, welcome. Bunch of people popping in at the moment. I am nearing the end of this stream. Just got a few more bits to base here and we will be done. Work on these tufts of grass next. These are kind of odd because they don't really have a defining start and end point. Just kind of finishes in the void almost. There we go. You're done when you're done. Exactly. And I am concentrating on these bits of grass here. Especially these ones, these are pretty thin. And I'm trying to avoid showing the top of my head on camera. No one needs to see that. I'd love to hear what plans people have for the weekend. I am working tomorrow evening, as I always work Saturdays. I've also said I will help out with some extra on Sunday. I'm doing just 3 hours, 6 till 9 PM on Sunday night. So that's not too bad. They phoned me asking, and I was like, sure, I'll help. I don't say every time, but every now and then I'll say yes. Right, now I will do the mushroom tops. Well, apparently I don't know how the notifications work. I've been watching videos the whole evening and I didn't realise you guys are hanging out. Oh, that's okay, Leandre. YouTube notifications aren't the best. Even when you have them set up correctly, they don't seem to notify everyone correctly when they should. But you know, it's great. That's why they exist. Sent you a DM on Instagram, Rabia. I will check that out at the end of stream. I will respond to you. Struggling with this marker as the end has really feathered out, and it's also running out of ink, so there's no point flipping the tip over. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've already done it with this marker, so I'm just pushing through. Luckily, because it's quite a light marker, it doesn't matter if things go over the lines, you can cover it up pretty easily. RIP marker, exactly. It's a well-loved one. This is the E280. Almost there though. Right, then the mushroom tops. I'm going to go for EO60 for this one with the spots on them. Sorry I went MIA, got distracted. No worries, Rabia. You're allowed to get distracted. I'm just going to colour directly over this without worrying about the white spots, because I can add them back in later. And with these markers in the paper, it will just bleed over anyway. I'll do this one as well in the darker colour. Do the same up here. Right then, might have this collection be a mixture of colours, and then these two be the darker brown and this one be the lighter brown. So then we've got some variety in colours of mushrooms that way, with like one little selection being a mix, one being one colour, one being the other. It's a good way of integrating your colours throughout a page. tomorrow I'm putting in my lyric order, and I want to film my beautiful colouring 2025 kickoff video tomorrow, as well as start my Space Timber 2025 page. So much to do. I wish you luck, Leandri. If you guys didn't know, check out Leandri's Instagram account. She is doing a colour along for October called Beautiful Colouring, where it's colouring any Halloween themed one. I think she says she's doing a video where she showcases a bunch of Halloween themed pages, which should be fun. What have I got planned for tomorrow before work? I want to do some colouring. I barely did any today. I did a lot of filming and other stuff. I almost used the wrong marker then. BR3 is the colour for the squirrel there. It was E110, yeah, for the brown mushrooms. Yeah, I did a colour by number today. I've been doing a lot of colour by numbers recently. I said this yesterday, but I was struggling with motivation a little bit with colouring recently. When I struggle with motivation and inspiration, I do a heck of a lot of colour by numbers. It's not the most I've done in a month, but I've done quite a few. I'm going to try colouring with the brush tip, the broad tip side. Yeah, have more control this side than I did with the brush tip. You think? Yes, you can. Just about. We are approaching the end of the month, so I'm needing to start focusing on body colours more. But I get to this point where it's at approaching the last 10 days, and I get really worried about not completing all my body colours. But it almost always turns out okay, where I get either everything done or I'm only behind on 1 or 2, and I get those done right at the start of the next month. Well, I had a lot of plans, so you'll know I'm ambitious with my plans. Most of the time I can make it, but just this month I didn't have quite the same mojo as I did the past couple of months. And even filming videos, like I've only done 1 video this week, so I wasn't in the mood to film them. And I'm not going to force myself if I'm not in the mood, because I feel like, well, I know I'd be able to tell, and you'd be able to tell, and I'm not quite as into it, sort of thing. There we go. I tell you what, I'm really liking this background. I think it looks really, really effective. Sounds like a good weekend, Vera. Good luck with work, Jess. Thank you. Vera is home alone tomorrow morning until Sunday night. Colouring, reading, chilling and gaming a bit. Sounds like the perfect kind of weekend. Might do some filming. Lovely. See, I've got lots of video ideas and I've got a whole list, and I just haven't quite got round to them yet. Like the colour by number rank and rate, I only prepped and filmed today, whereas usually I've got them prepped in advance, but this one I couldn't quite get the motivation for. Arabia's doing a colour by number in the Christmas colour by number Creative Haven book. I took apart 1 copy and then ordered a brand new copy which arrived today. Nice, Arabia. Already getting in the Christmas mood. I'm using the Ohuhu Honolulu alcohol markers. The brush on one side, broad on the other. Hello, Crafting with Lucretia. Welcome, thanks for joining. I feel you, whole list of video ideas, haha. Yeah, And these are video ideas where I can realistically make them, because they're just ones where it's a stack of books to go through rather than filming colouring stuff, which I find harder to do. Right, let's do BR3 for these squirrels. Ooh, I'm just going to do the belly, the lighter colour. And the nose there. This one's sitting in a different way. Why is there just one bird? That kind of bothers me. Why is there just the one bird? There's no birds anywhere else on this page apart from that one bird. But I think I wasn't sure what colours do these flowers, but I think I'll do it this orangey yellowy colour I've used for the leaves. I just suddenly thought that. And then the bird can be a brown as well. It could just be a brown. I'm not sure what this squirrel is holding, some kind of nut probably, but it kind of looks like a little egg. But I'll colour it brown. Make it into a kind of nut. You never know, it could be an egg. I'd love to see more colour alongs from you. I'm sorry, Rabia, I don't enjoy doing colour alongs very much. I find them tricky to fill the void of talking, and I suppose I could do colour alongs where it is just set to music, and that wouldn't be too much effort for me. But I personally don't watch those colour alongs. I prefer someone chatting in the video with you. And for me, that's hard. I don't have enough things to say. I don't have enough things going on in my life to chat about. E490, yeah. So I'm going to do that for the flowers here. Yeah. Is that the right colour? Yes, it is. And down here. And then the bird, I think this brownie colour will do fine for it. I think blackbird would bring too much attention to that, considering nothing else on the page is black. I think I'll do it brown. It will just fade in. I'll do these little nuts, the brown as well. I might do them this kind of darker reddy toned brown. Yeah. Is it a bit of contrast? Same colour as its nose. Gosh, right, bear with me, I'm going to put my head in here. There we go. I don't know if you even saw that. I think you probably did, but I needed to be able to see just between its little fingers there. The brown, that was E110. I'm glad I did get another copy, because I started colouring Santa's Cloak the wrong colour, but then I thought one copy can be an experimental book and the second copy I can do my best work. Exactly, Rabia, nothing wrong with that. And the colour by numbers, for me it's the process of doing them as well as the finished result, so just by having another book gives you more colouring opportunity. Ooh, you can hear that this marker is dying. go, and then its feet. Let's just do it this light beigey colour. That's the reason I don't watch Chris Chen's tutorials, because I need some idle chatter. Yeah, I agree. There we go. Okay, I'm really happy with this. Right, need to make a decision on the girl now. The fairy. I'm thinking green leaves for the little thing going around her head, little wreath. And I'm thinking the darker brown for her hair will look nice, and it will give it a nice balance between the two elements on the page. And then skin tone. Let's see what it looks like with the brown hair. I'm thinking a nice pale skin tone will contrast nicely with the darker hair. Tomorrow morning with coffee, I'm looking forward to watching your Disney rank and rate video. Maybe I should wait with my lyrical order until after that. Ooh, yeah, it's a good one for seeing a bunch of different Disney books all in one go. And as always, use the Lyrica code. I did link it in the description. I completely forgot to mention it in the video, but I pop it in the description. For anyone who wants to, their first order, you get 5% off using my code, and I get a small amount of money cash back as well, which is very much appreciated. Goes directly back to buying more colour by numbers. Because there's a few still this year I've got my eye on from Lyrica. There's the new Dragons du Monde by Diane Dufour. Just had a total mind blank then. Diane Dufour, that's coming out, I believe, the 24th of September. What else was on my wish list? In fact, I can share with you my wish list. Already added your code, ready to hit buy. Love that, Leandri. You love chatting in your colour alongs, yeah. It makes it more interesting to watch the fact that you can colour along with it, and you're not just listening to random music, you're listening to someone chatting. I like that. Come on. Where's my list? Here's my list. I will show you my wish list. So this is my Lyrica wish list. Some of these are older ones. Like this was the one I was mentioned in my rank and rate, that there's one non-Disney one that I want to get, and it's this one, the Fantasy Worlds Monde Fantastiques. Yolanda shared it on her channel and it looks amazing. Pokemon I want to get, I didn't realise that it's unavailable, but just wait on Lyrica. If you ever see something is unavailable, just give it a month or two and it will come back in stock, because the same thing happened with Tome 11. That one was really popular when it came out, the one that I've coloured over half of the pages in with all the double page spreads. That one was really popular when it first released, sold out pretty quickly, and then it came back in stock and it's stayed in stock ever since. So just give it time, it will come back. I think Princess's Tome 2 was also out of stock. Got Stitch Through the Ages, I'm not sure about that one still. But yeah, Dragons of the World, that's coming out. I want to get that. This one, Disney A Year of Colouring. This is illustrated by the amazing Tracy D'Souza. And oh my gosh, the pages look amazing. It's one of those gorgeous hardcover books. And look at these pages, they're so detailed and so fun. And I love how unique they are. They're not just screen grabs from the movie, they are illustrated pages that have been carefully placed for a good colouring experience with loads of different characters on. They look so much fun. And this book is curated with the idea that there's 52, so you can colour one a week for the whole year. I definitely won't be doing that, but it'd be great to colour a page here and there. Love that. Woody's. Andy's toy shelf. So yeah, that's the preview images by Tracy D'Souza. She creates some gorgeous books, but that is released, when did it say? 15th of October. These are a couple of older ones. Grand Classiques Tome 13 is getting released next year. We haven't got a cover yet. I don't think we even have an illustrator yet. These are some older ones as well. I've just got my eye on. I still haven't got... Some of them I actually not particularly keen on getting yet. But this is the other one. The very, very great classics. Très Grand Classiques. And these are XL posters. There's 40 of them. It does have some repeats, which does frustrate me a little bit. But they're big pages and the unique images, I think, make it worth it for me. Look at that Winnie the Pooh one. The Beauty and the Beast one. They're so detailed and so fun. It's going to be great to have a large book. I love that Inside Out one. There's a few I already like. I've got this Incredibles, that's in Tome 11, that's in Tome 11, and this one's in the Princesses book, I think. It's been a long while since I coloured that. I haven't coloured either of those yet though, but I will. It's one I'm working on finishing. So yeah, those are the books that I've got my eye on for the rest of the year. This large Grand Classiques, the Pokemon, the Dragons of the World, and Disney Year of Colouring. Colour by numbers is just less stressful, but the perfectionist inside me needs to match the exact colours. I know exactly what you mean. Like, it's fine and you can change the colours however you like, but it's annoying when they don't match. The code for what? Ooh, what have I missed? Rabia, if you go onto my Lyrica haul, I talk about the discount code there. It's a code I've put in the description of my Disney rank and rate. It's in the Lyrical. Basically, anytime I share the books, I don't want to plaster in all of my descriptions because I feel like that would get a bit annoying. But on the videos where it's relevant, I'll put it in the description, and it gets you 5% off your first order, which isn't much, but it's something. It gets you a couple of pounds off, especially if you buy a bunch to justify the shipping. Because for the UK, it has a £15 minimum for free shipping, and I think it's different for different countries. Didn't try colour by number Fantasy Animals one. Yeah, I think he'd love that Fantasy Animals one. I think I'll love it too. Let me share it with you. Let me go back and share that. It's a Mon Fantastique. The pages are gorgeous, and it's by Jeremy Mariez, which is probably my favourite. It's tied with him and Alexandra Karam. But for me, a book needs to have black outlines, and this does, and it has really fun, colourful pages with different fantastical creatures. One's based in mythology, some are made up. I love this tree man, that's really fun. Some darker pages. That looks to be the Headless Horseman, that's fun. Oh, look at how bright these are. I love those two. Oh, maybe this needs to slip into my cart. This is relatively new. I think it was this year. February this year. But yeah. I think it may just happen to get to my cart and to my home. And the Pokemon looks really fun as well. Really nice bright bold colours, which I love. Princesses 2 was out of stock a few days ago, but it looks like it's back. See, there you go. I had someone say, oh, I'm really sad it's out of stock. Just give it a few weeks, well, a few days, and it'll be back. You're waiting for the Lilo and Stitch mystery book to come out. Oh yeah, they do like film focused ones. Those I don't think I'll get. I like ones which have a large variety of characters. That website is Lyrica. Yes, Vera has posted it on the chat. Lireka. It does worldwide shipping, and for me, in the UK at least, I can't speak for other countries. I know someone said for Australia, the minimum shipping is like $100 and something. But for the UK, and I think for US, it's probably cheaper because the books are the similar price to Amazon France, but you don't have to pay for shipping, which makes it cheaper. And for the UK, £15 minimum means one colour by number book, or one and another smaller one. Hope you all have a good night. Ta-ta for now. Good night, Chrissy. Have a good evening. So that's on Yolanda's video. It really does look so good. It does. And now I look back at it and I'm like, maybe I'll get it. Maybe I will. I now note down the colours once I pick them for colour by number books. I do the same. I'll put with pencil at the bottom, especially if it's like 2 matching spreads and I don't want to do the other one. I'll write it down. Right, I'm just going to grab a pink skin tone here. I'm going to grab R18, and then that will be the last, because I think I like the contrast of the light skin tone against this dark reddish brown hair. And does anyone have any ideas for the background? Because I don't yet. And I don't think I want to make that decision tonight. I think I'll sit on it for a little while. Think about it when I do the pencil. And then for the wings here, so this is RV270, and then I also have RV260, which is a shade lighter, so I'm just going to grab that. If I can find it, RV260. And often with wings, I like to do just follow the lines with a marker. So I pick one side of the line and I just follow that line with the marker, and it gives that hint of colour whilst having that kind of transparent look to it. And then I like doing things like metallic watercolour on top, like the opal colours. It just gives a bit of colour while still looking nice and delicate. So that's all I do. Let's grab just an old black pen and dot the pupil here because I think he's looking a bit creepy. Probably do an eye shiny as well. There we go. But this is where I'm going to leave it tonight, everybody. Really enjoying how it's looking, and I think the background is nice and effective. I think I will leave it as just the marker, just so it's nice and bold, and then all the pencil shadings in the centre really will draw your eye towards that. Reading back on the things. By now, I mean I've started today, but that's okay, Rabia. Now, sometimes it takes you trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what colour have I used here, to know, okay, now I need to record them down. Leandri bought the 240 Languo acrylic markers last month, so I'm definitely going to do the same, especially with skin tones and hair colours. That's a good idea. Although I know Vera talked about the Guangna acrylic markers and how disappointed she was with them, and I had to completely agree. So many of them have completely dried up and I cannot do anything. I can't remember which ones. I want to say 619 was one of them, but I'll show you what I mean. Oh, that was not me, that was the box. I'm pretty sure 619 was one of them. Nope, it was not. That's nice and juicy. I don't know what colours they were now. No, not that one. I'm gonna get the marker all over me now, trying to find something that doesn't work. And like nothing I can do can seem to like reactivate them. I love this. I said loads of them were like this, and now I can't find any. Don't go magically work on me now. And I do store them horizontally, so that's not the issue. 663, because I'm struggling to find oranges for, yeah, this is one. So 663 here, swatched out perfectly. Let me grab a little scrap. I come out completely dried out, and I've tried pulling this out. It's really hard to pull out. I end up having to use tweezers. Pulling it out, it's not blocked or anything. Shaking it a bunch, that doesn't work. Rinsing it underwater, that doesn't work. And it's just really frustrating. I find it such a frustrating process to find your colours for your colour palette for the colour by number page, and half the colours you need have run out and you don't have good replacements. And oh, I want my colour by numbers to be stress-free, and this is stressful. So I don't know if I regret buying these, because I have used them. Oh, actually, I do regret. They weren't expensive, and I'm glad they weren't. But I'd heard great things about them, and then I ended up being really disappointed. And yeah, I store them correctly. I store them on their side. Doesn't seem to make a difference. So yeah, disappointed with them. Out of my 240 languages, only one was dry, but I have to have a tissue next to me to make sure they don't bubble straight onto my page. Luckily, I realised that while swatching. They all swatched perfectly fine. Not a single one was dried out. And then when I went to use them actually on a page, it just didn't work. I'd rather have a smaller set that works. Yeah, I'd rather spend a bit more money and have a set that works. I thought it might be bad luck, but then when I saw Vera's post and reading in the comments and other people had experienced that, it makes me think it's a product issue rather than just a, oh, you got a bad batch issue. Like, if multiple people experience that, that's not a batch issue, that's a product issue. I had to think long and hard between Guangna and Langwo, but Yolanda convinced me. I think I might be convinced over the Langwo instead of the Guangna. I've got the Langwo gel pens, and they're great. I love using them. They're perfect. And I think they'll be good for supplementing those colours that don't work for me. But I don't like the mixture of textures, like, because the Langwo is dry, slightly shiny, whereas the Guangnas are really matte. But yeah, I just stick to my Crayola Super Tips. Yes, they're a little bit streaky, but I've learned to colour to minimise the streaks, and I embrace the streaks. I enjoy the process of just being able to scribble on my page and do it quickly and not have to worry about keeping into the lines. Because as I use a black acrylic marker to outline, when it comes to colouring in between those outlines, it's really quick to just scribble with the marker. But yes, let me continue wrapping up this video. I can hear my parents getting ready to come upstairs to bed now. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream. You're looking at the Molotov right now, but again, that's expensive. Yeah, someone recommended that to me because they have refills, but oof, they're expensive. I think I might be more interested in the Artex ones. They seem to do good ones, like the Simp Tap markers. I bought a few of the Langwo shiny pens. I haven't tried them with water-based markers. A lot of people hate the streaks, and fair enough. I don't care. I let the streaks streak. And for me, I work in long strokes, so all the streaks are in the same direction and there's not like little patches and whatnot. But yeah, that is me done for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Really enjoyed colouring this with you, and I'm really loving how it's looking at the moment. As always, it's fun to go off on the tangents. Sorry for some technical difficulties this last video. But yeah, we got there in the end. Yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will see you all in the next one next Wednesday. Bye everyone.